If you're ready to take back control of your health, you're in the right place. Welcome to Awaken Wellness with me, Tanya Candy, registered nurse and health coach. Now, I'm not your typical nurse. I consider myself divorced from traditional healthcare. I broke free of the sick care system in 2019 when I realized that the root cause to my sickness, my autoimmune disease, and my chronic pain was me. If you're ready for truth, for clarity, for honesty in a tough, love, compassionate way, I'm the coach for you. Join me while we dig into our root causes of sickness and disease. I don't hear my intro.
Or do we need to pause? I don't know why I'm so close.
Hello.
Hi, Beth. We're about to go live here.
Yeah, we're getting the tech figured out. Let me get on Facebook and see if we can hear.
We're having tech.
Yeah, we're getting the tech figured out. All right, that works. That works. All right. Awesome.
Okay.
So, this is Tanya, and I don't know where you all are at. We are having a wellness event here in Williston at the Arc. You all need to get in your car and get down here. We have got like a spa day going on. There are so many free services that you can try out. It's the Arc, so the kids can go swimming or go run around the community center, and you can come on in and hear the speakers. We're going to keep streaming live all day and walk around. We've got door prizes. Like I said, we've got multiple local or area wellness providers here that are ready to have that conversation, that are ready to help you get unstuck. So, the first person we're going to bring to the microphone is a really awesome little friend of mine. Her name is Jen Wersland. She came all the way from Billings to see you guys. So make sure that you come down and visit with her. We will all be here today from 11 until 6. Some of us will be staying at 6:30. We've got a peptide event. So get here before then cuz some of the vendors will probably be packed up and be gone. So come on down. Here is Jen.
Okay, if you want to put something.
Yep.
Okay. Hi, guys. I've not ever used a microphone other than karaoke. Yeah, maybe put it back.
Right
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would probably work better. There we go. And then just turn it. Sorry. We're getting it set up here. Yeah. So okay. And then I'll just turn this a little bit. Okay. So I'm over here in Williston at the MonDak Wellness Uncovered event at the Arc. You guys should come over, but I was asked by Tanya to come and share my story. So I'll kind of start from the beginning. A lot of people know everything, but I like sharing it because I have helped so many people heal their bodies. So in February of 2023 is when kind of everything started. Way before that, I mean, I was physically sick for years, but February of 2023, I ended up in the ER. My stomach was bloating like I was 9 months pregnant. And go into the ER. They send me home saying it's IBS. I knew it wasn't because I had lots of other symptoms going on for quite a few years, inflammation markers through the roof, you name it. And called my regular doctor, had a CT ordered, and I had a peach-sized ovarian tumor. So April of 2023, so what I said, it was April of 2023 that I had my hysterectomy. They left one ovary, and it's crazy because that was April of 23. April of 24 is when I got diagnosed with cancer. So had my hysterectomy. 2 months later, got diagnosed with Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease. Your immune system thinks your thyroid is a foreign body and attacks it. And then April 26th of 2024, I got diagnosed with triple positive breast cancer. And so ended up having double mastectomy. So I got diagnosed April, July was my surgery. When came out of that surgery with the doctor telling me that I wasn't going to need any sort of treatment. Well, I go see the oncologist, and with the HER2 cancer, they recommend chemo and also a year of targeted therapy. And I went back and forth on it. I, thought about doing natural treatment, but I did research and I did choose treatment. But I knew from the beginning that I wasn't going to do these shots that they want to give you called Lupron to kill off your ovary. Knew I wasn't going to do that. So when they placed my port, I ended up having them take my ovary out so that I got thrown into menopause right when I started chemo. I didn't realize how bad my symptoms were of menopause or any of it until I got done with chemo in November of 24. And it was about January or February, I was having a ton of pain from my head down to my toes. Well, I was chronically inflamed. My inflammation markers were going through the roof again. And so my oncologist brought up starting peptide therapy and specifically GLP-1. And I told her, no way, I'm not doing that. I was completely against it. My naturopath oncologist, my integrative oncologist called me the next day and urged me to try microdosing. So I finally broke down and decided to do that. And my antibody numbers in 3 months reduced by 2 or 300 points. And all my pain was going away. So I was like, I got to start telling people about this because it's healing my body. I also started glutathione, which I recommend glutathione for everyone. I mean, my skin has never looked better ever. And it helps you detox. It's, and antioxidant. It's just good all the way around. And I do the injectable, the pill form, you only get about 20% of the benefit. And so I recommend the shot. Um, and recently, so everyone always asks, well, how come your back is so bad? How come all this is going on? I have had a bad back I had my first back surgery at 30 years old, L5S1 discectomy. I blew out a disc. I was having really bad pain in my back, so they did some scans. I have a herniated disc in my thoracic, which most of the time that's caused from trauma. Um, we can't really figure out, but I did have my neurosurgeon had let me know that she sees a lot of people that have gone through chemo and this specific targeted therapy, and it destroys their spine. So I have degenerative disc disease now. I have arthritis. I have to get these injections in the thoracic disc that's herniated. And my only other option is surgery. They have to do a fusion because the thoracic, they can't just do a discectomy. So I'm dealing with that. So, I am healing my body, but I still have issues. And then my antibodies started going through the roof just here recently. And my integrative oncologist decided to run my labs again, and they went up 1,000 points. And she's like, something is going on because you're doing all the things. You're, following diet. Your big thing with autoimmune is gluten. I don't eat gluten. I don't really have a lot of dairy, stuff like that. And so she ran an Epstein-Barr panel, and I had mono as a kid. And so that is reactivated in my system. So now I'm doing antiviral treatment for that. And then also infusions to boost my immune system. But honestly, I will post in the comments my before and after pictures. It's crazy when you look. I don't even look like the same person. And I feel better now at 50 years old I'll be 50 this year, than I did in my 30s. And so, I highly suggest if anyone is suffering from chronic inflammation, joint pains, you're not detoxing properly with a hormone positive cancer, it's really important to find out if you have the MTHFR gene, and I can post the link for that test in the comments. But if you don't methylate well and you're not detoxing well, that estrogen will build up and you won't detox it. And that, even when you have a hormone positive cancer, your hormones are not the reason you got cancer. It's on a cellular level. You're not detoxing, you're not getting rid of what you need to get rid of. So, and then also I had a Dutch test done and found out, which pathways weren't really detoxing properly. So I supplement for all of that. I work really closely with my oncologist, my integrative oncologist. I have a whole team. I have Nurse Tanya. I have Melody that I bounce stuff off of. She's a naturopath. I have my integrative oncologist. I have a specific provider that deals with all my hormones. I also started testosterone therapy. And that's helped me with my energy. It's helped with my workouts. So, they don't recommend a lot of stuff. They recommended hormone blockers for me. They wanted me on them for 10 years, and I refused. I refused because I live a non-toxic lifestyle now. I really, look at what I'm putting on my skin, in my body. And I really urge everyone to really just, start with the basics. I started first with skincare, get rid of the seed oils, and, just try and live a non-toxic life as much as possible. I also started a group where I share a lot of stuff in there, and I'll post the link for that as well. So if you guys have any questions, just put them in the comments and then I'll go through and we'll go ahead and answer all the questions. I am sweating. It is hot in here. I need to take this coat off. So thank you for having me.